Good morning, guys. So, yesterday I assigned you to do some research on two questions. What causes bananas to turn brown or peels to turn brown? And the second question, how can we slow that process down from happening? So, I did my own little research, and with your help, right, these are two reasons why bananas turn brown. So, plant tissue releases some enzymes, and enzymes are proteins that are going to speed up the rate of a chemical reaction. One of those enzymes is called polyphenol oxidase, and it is going to basically activate or start a chemical reaction once it has contact with oxygen from the air, giving it the brown pigments known as melanin. The reaction is known as an enzymatic browning, and it causes a problem because it limits the shelf life of bananas. And we know that because, bananas start turning brown. Another reason is that bananas and other fruits are going to ripen due to a hormone called ethylene. And ethylene breaks down complex sugars into simple sugars, and it's going to break down the pectin. Which is the substance that keeps the bananas hard. In addition, there are hormones that are going to break down the green pigments, and that's when you start seeing that green bananas start turning into yellow bananas. And if that process continues, then those yellow bananas are broken down. The pigments are broken down replaced with brown pigments, giving it that brown color. So we've got two things to blame. We've got polyphenol oxidase, which basically is done in the presence of oxygen, and ethylene, which is going to turn the banana brown. And then I assigned you, what are the best ways to keep bananas from turning brown? So again, I looked at your research and my research, and of course they were super similar. So I found one that if stems are wrapped tightly with plastic, bananas are not going to brown as fast. So, and the reason is that because the banana emits or produces that ethylene gas, if you wrap the stem, it's supposed to contain that ethylene gas, thereby slowing down the rate of browning. So then my question was, okay, so will wrapped as a bunch or wrapped individually? Okay. Then the second one was placing bananas in the fridge once they're ripe. So we know they're ripe when they're yellow, right? Still hard. And this is because cold temperatures are going to slow down the chemical reaction, delaying the banana from turning brown. Then my question was, fridge or freezer? Okay, which one would, keep them from browning the most? If we put them on the fridge or we put them on the freezer? Of course, once we put them in the freezer, we have to unfreeze them. So when we do our research, our initial questions might change. And that is totally fine, because that's the point. We want to know what people have already done and what we can learn and how we can make it better. So, for your assignment for today, and I said it was going to be a really short video, okay, you're going to choose one route mentioned above and compose a hypothesis for that question. So these are your two routes, right? We're trying to keep bananas from browning. Your first route would be stems tightly wrapped with plastic wrap. Okay, your question might be, will stems will wrapping a bunch of bananas slow down the browning process, or will wrapped individual bananas slow down the browning process? So then from that question, you create your hypothesis. I have an example in the bottom. I'll show it to you right now. And then again, with your refrigerated bananas, your main question is, do fridge or freezed bananas, brown slower, something like that, right? Because of the cold temperature. We already know why it helps, right? We just need to now create a question and then a hypothesis. So for the first one, right, I created an example of a hypothesis. Right? Remember that a hypothesis has to be a statement. It cannot be a question. So, placing plastic wrap on individual bananas will slow down the process of browning. Okay? So that would be my hypothesis. Now, after my hypothesis, then starts the experimentation. Okay? So, again, it depends on which way you are going, on how you are going to do your experiment. So again, I'm going to provide this information for you. All of this file. And then I'm going to give this example on your assignment. So that's basically what you're going to be doing today, guys. You're going to be creating your hypothesis for the experiment you're going to be doing. Tomorrow, we are going to be talking about control. We're going to be talking about your variables, okay? Because you need to know, before you even start your experiment, what is a control, what is your independent variable, and what is your dependent variable. That's it for today, guys. Have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow.